Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. I just wanted to take a few minutes to introduce myself and tell you a little bit about how I became the organizer advisor. My name is Lisa. I am 54 years old. My kids call me Maja. I have 2 grown boys. I also have a grandson named Declan, and you'll see him through some of the videos. He's 8 and he lives here in my cottage with me. I have a girl cottage in Florida. I also have a house in Williamsburg, and my husband and I are dual domicile, so we live in separate states until he retires. I retired a few years ago, and after 30 years of public education where I served as a classroom teacher and administrator. And I love retirement, but it can be very busy too. While I had a full-time job and I was raising my 2 children, and I was also working on my PhD at William & Mary, and I was also running 2 small businesses, I was overwhelmed. I mean, to say the least, I was overwhelmed. It was a crazy overwhelm, and there were times it just really took the joy right out of my life because I couldn't keep up with everything. I was extremely busy, and my life was very chaotic, and I became very sad. I couldn't find the joy in my life anymore because I was constantly overwhelmed. I will go as far to say that being overwhelmed can really put you in a depressive-like state. When you're constantly stressed out trying to do everything for everyone, not taking time to yourself, and making sure that you're self-nurturing and caring for yourself to keep yourself healthy, to keep yourself at your desired weight, to keep yourself hydrated, to have time to exercise, and to kind of take care of your daily needs. Life can be overwhelming, especially when you're giving so much of your time to others. You get to a point where you just think, how can I do this? How can I go on? If you've ever woken up in the morning and just dreaded getting out of bed, not realizing that, not understanding how you might face the day, you're just trying to cope. You're just trying to get through one day at a time. You're suffering from stress. You're suffering from exhaustion, and you're just absolutely depleted. That's what I felt like, and I decided there had to be a different way to do this. I couldn't give up the things that I was doing at the time. I needed my job. I wanted to finish this degree, and of course I couldn't quit being a mother, or a wife. I decided that I had to find a different way to structure and manage my time, my energy, my resources, and I developed this process, and it had been rattling around in my little brain for quite a while. So I wanted to really start getting it out there to other people so that maybe if somebody was struggling like I was, this process might help them. Now, the process itself contains several components, and they're layers, and you can do them individually as layers, but for most people, they just want to get control of their life, so I developed an expedited 30-day process which combines all the layers. And that incorporates organization, as well as every nook and cranny cleaning, as well as everyday health and beauty routines, and transforming our wardrobe. So we're taking care of organizing, making ourselves look and feel better, as well as cleaning our house from top to bottom, because psychologically, clean makes us feel good. So I'm going to break apart the components and just kind of briefly describe each one. First, the Taming the Paperwork Jungle organization is document organization, and each day we focus on a different type of document. We'll start out with the most important documents, such as your birth certificates, social security cards, car title, vehicle titles, house deeds, insurance papers, and we'll get those safely stored in a secure place. And then we move through different types of documents, so it only takes us a few minutes a day. And we begin to file the piles, and those are those piles of papers that have been on your kitchen counter, on your refrigerator, on the top of your refrigerator, in your junk drawer. All of those piles we begin to take control of. We file 10 pages a day in our filing system. We'll create a filing system, and we also will have a grab-and-go binder which houses documents that we're going to need in the very near future, such as receipts to return things, or dry cleaning tickets, or recipes we want to try. That just removes all of that clutter from your kitchen table and the countertops, because that's where we store those things. While we're filing all of our documents, and we'll do specific documents, and it will lead us through just about everything, we also thematically organize certain items in our home, and these are things that we need to create a dedicated space for, such as our keys, and our medications, and our toiletries. We are going to gather, organize, purge what we need to, and start to begin to use the items that we thematically organize, so that we can capitalize on the investment that we made in those items. We've purchased everything in our life to enhance our life, and when we don't use them, we miss the opportunity to capitalize on the investment that we made. So we're going to begin to use what we have, which will save us money, because then we're not out buying things that we already have and we really don't need. After we thematically organize, we're also going to every nook and cranny clean our home. And this is from top to bottom, ceiling to floors, and everything in between. However, I don't know about you, but I don't have the time to tear apart a room and wash curtains and clean baseboards and windows. I can't do a whole room at a time, but I can manage to carve out a little time every day to clean one wall in the room. So I developed this compass rose strategy. The compass rose strategy means that we use the compass rose as a guide. So we're going to pick one room, and we're going to begin on the north wall in that room, and we're going to clean everything on that north wall. But before we start to clean on a wall, we're going to actually sweep our ceilings. If you have acoustical texture on your ceilings, you will be amazed at how much dust lingers there. And if you have a ceiling fan, you can actually see a little ring in that acoustical ceiling where the dust has just been pushed up into that ceiling and has been trapped there. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin by sweeping that ceiling. We're going to use goggles, eye protection, and you might want to use a scarf or a hat, because if that acoustical texture begins to come down, you don't want it to get in your eyes. And that's all covered in our videos. But then we're going to clean the light fixture or the ceiling fan. Our goal is to remove as much dust and dog dander or pet dander or hair, any kind of debris that we don't want in our air that we breathe, because we don't want it circulating in our air as we move about our house. So we're going to remove as much dust and dirt from our home and as many germs as possible. So once we begin on that north wall, we are going to clean from top to bottom. We're going to move all the furniture off of that wall. We're going to dust the wall. We're going to clean the baseboards. We're going to wipe behind the furniture. We're going to clean the flooring. If there's a window, we're going to take the curtains down and wash or air them out or fluff them in the dryer to remove as much dust as possible. We're going to clean the windows, all the woodwork, and then we're going to clean and moisturize any wood furniture. If there's upholstery pieces, we're going to clean the upholstery. But you can see that we comprehensively clean everything on one wall at a time. In 4 days, we have finished an entire room. We kind of do some organizing in the drawers and cabinets as we go on that wall, but at the end of the week, or in the end of 4 days, we have totally completed a room. Every nook and cranny clean, from ceiling to floor, everything in between, lamps, electronics, all of the books, the magazines, the knickknacks, all of those are cleaned and organized, and that room feels clean, and psychologically it's extremely motivating. It's a very comfortable room. Also, we're going to go through our whole house and every nook and cranny clean. We're going to clean our kitchen, and this system is designed in 30 days to do a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with kitchen, living room, dining room, and linen closet, foyer, and laundry room. So each day we focus on one specific area. We also thematically clean items that might be housed in that area. For example, in our dining room, we thematically clean our china, our crystal, our linens, anything that we might house in that room. I try and combine those layers so that thematically we're cleaning in the same room that we're every nook and cranny cleaning in. Also, we want to focus on taking care of ourselves. So we want to have time to spend with our family. We want to have time to enjoy the crafts or the hobbies, the things that bring us joy. We want to have time to invest in those daily activities. We also need to do some self-nurturing, because we tend to focus on everybody else's needs, and then we really don't take the time to give ourselves some me time during the day. So each day we have a health and beauty routine built in. Now, I kind of suggest that we exercise starting out 15 minutes a day the first week. The second week we're going to move to 20 minutes. The third week we'll do 25 minutes. And then the fourth week, 30 minutes a day. That's going to help in our weight loss goals. It's going to improve our circulation. It's going to lower our blood pressure. And we're going to just generally feel better. It's going to reduce our stress. And that in itself is going to help us feel better about our lives overall. But we're also going to hydrate. It's really important that you stay hydrated. Your circulatory system functions better when you're hydrated. You feel better when you're hydrated. You're more energetic. You have more mental and physical energy. And it helps to flush out the toxins in your body as well as increase your metabolism. So you want to plan to increase your water intake if you need to. It's really important that you plan out how much water you need to drink every day. There's some hydration calculators online. I'll post a link for some that you can actually, by your activity level, your age, your gender, and your weight, you can calculate your daily requirements. And it's really kind of shocking that 8 glasses a day doesn't necessarily work for everyone. So you need to calculate what your daily requirement is for your water intake so that you make sure that you're staying hydrated. So it's really important that we fulfill this part every single day. And quite honestly, it takes some work when you're not used to drinking that much water, but I have to take in 89 ounces of water every day to stay hydrated. And that's a little more than the 64 ounces in 8 glasses of water. So that's kind of psychologically, you have to kind of gear yourself up. But I plan out the water that I need to drink every day, and I make sure that I get that. Otherwise, I feel tired, and I don't have the energy to do the things I want to do. Next, we want to eat cleanly, and we're going to purge our pantry as part of our process. And I don't mean to go out and throw out your food. I do not believe in waste. I am a non-waster. I like to make sure that I use the food that's in my pantry, in my refrigerator, in my freezer. And I have a fiscal fast at every month, at the end of every month, where I don't go out and buy more food. I only buy what I need to complete the recipes using the ingredients I have. This results in less food waste, and it saves me money. Plus, at the beginning of each month, I have a clean slate. I can plan new and creative menus, and I can go purchase fresher foods and focus on foods that are more nutrient dense and bioavailable to nourish my body and nourish my families. So that purging the pantry is going to give us a clean slate so that we can start to really focus on eating food that nourishes our bodies and makes us feel better, helps us lose weight, increase our metabolism, and it's overall just healthy for us. So we're going to talk about that. Also, Another component is the cleaning products. Our every nook and cranny clean, we use cleaning products. Now, I know many of us have tons of spray bottles and different bottles of cleaning products under our kitchen sink and in our bathroom. Well, I've reduced it all to about 3 products, and I make them myself, so they're inexpensive, but they're healthy and non-toxic and safe for kids and pets. The first product that I make at home is my Listerine spray, and that is 1 part Listerine brand mouthwash and 1 part water, and I put it in a spray bottle. I learned about the cleaning effects of Listerine when I was hatching some eggs from my chickens. You spray the eggs with Listerine because it kills the bacteria so that it doesn't permeate the shell and kill the hatchling inside. So I started to do some research on Listerine and found out that in the 1800s it was developed as a surgical scrub or a surgical sterilizer. So it actually sterilized surgical instruments in the late 1800s. It really wasn't advertised as a mouthwash until the 1970s. Now, Listerine is made with essential oils and alcohol and water, so it's safe and non-toxic. And it doesn't leave a residue, it doesn't add to any pollution in our home, and it kills germs, so it's a multi-surface spray. It's inexpensive, and it works. You would not believe it how well it cleans mirrors. And I've tried the mint formula on my mirrors. I don't get the same result that with the regular Listerine formula, that one that smells medicine-y. It works beautifully on mirrors. It works on glass. It works on surfaces. It sterilizes toys, dog toys, kid toys. I use it on my countertops. I use it in my refrigerator. And it just is a safe, non-toxic cleaner, and it works beautifully. I also make my own furniture polish, and it moisturizes wood and leather. And I use olive oil with a little bit of vinegar and some lemon oil. You'll be surprised at how well it conditions your wood as well as your leather. It's inexpensive to make at home, and it's non-toxic. We also use Murphy's oil soap, and we dilute that to 1 part Murphy's oil soap to 2 parts water, and we use that to clean our woodwork, all of our furniture. It can clean leather, it can clean your purses, your shoes, your floors, but it leaves a really nice kind of sheen on the woodwork, so I love to use that. I use that to clean walls, doors, my cabinetry in my kitchen. So it's another non-toxic, safe, multi-purpose, inexpensive solution that we use at home. For room freshener, I like to use essential oil in water in a little mister, like a body mister, spray bottle, and you can use that to freshen your rooms, your car, your closets, any kind of, your backpack, your purses. Just be sure to use essential oils that are pet safe. Not all essential oils are safe for pets, so you want to check. You can check online which ones are safe to use with pets. You can also use essential oils with baking soda and use that as a fabric freshener, carpet freshener. Just use a sprinkle bottle or reuse, recycle an old carpet. What is the word I'm thinking? A carpet freshener shaker, and you can just shake it on your carpets and let it sit, and it will absorb odors and make your room smell wonderful. Very inexpensive. You can use it in your car. I also like to use flour sack towels instead of paper towels. It's less expensive. Flour sack towels you can get at Walmart for about $7 for 6 of them. They're reusable, washable, very soft to use on your best crystal and your mirrors, but they clean wonderfully and they don't pollute the environment. I also like to use washcloths. You can get those at Walmart as well. You can get 9 of them for about $5. And again, they're reusable. They're great for cleaning. They have a little bit of a texture to them, so they're great for scrubbing. And again, no waste, and they save you money. So that kind of takes care of the cleaning products. We've talked about the document organization. We've talked about our thematic organization. We've talked about every nook and cranny cleaning. We've talked about our cleaning products, and we've talked about our daily requirements for our health and beauty so that we can maintain our energy level to keep ourselves motivated. But let's talk about the two last components, our everyday beauty routines. On Mondays, we have our skincare facial day. And on Tuesdays, we give ourselves a mani-pedi. On Wednesdays, we condition our hair. On Thursdays, we whiten our teeth and spend a little extra time on our dental health. On Fridays, facial and skincare day again. And on Saturdays, it's our family, pet, dedicated outdoor exercise day. Gets us outside, gets us the time to exercise with our family, get our pets outside to exercise. And it's just a great day to just kind of decompress and spend time with our loved ones. Sundays are spiritual creative days, and those are the days that we want to enjoy worshiping how we choose, and also creating. It can be creating with cooking or a craft, or if you garden, but something that you enjoy doing. And when we thematic organize, we will organize all of our craft supplies so that we can begin to utilize those. We also have a financial component. I'm all about saving money, and you'll hear me lots of times in the videos talk about saving money. I am a person who doesn't like to spend a lot. I decorate my home and buy things out of thrift stores and Restore and Craigslist and Marketplace. I'm not somebody that's going to spend a lot of money because I'd rather have the money in the bank for when I really need it. I don't object to spending money wisely, but spending money foolishly is just wasting money, and I don't like to waste money. So there's lots of little embedded money saving strategies throughout the process, and you'll hear me talk about them all the time. Couponing, we have a part of our Taming the Paperwork Jungle is organizing our coupons and beginning to use that. We create a savings account so that we can start depositing the money that we save to invest in something that we really want in the future. We want to reduce our debt. We want to make sure that we have financial health as well as our physical health and our spiritual health, because financial pressure tends to weigh on us very heavily, and it really can cause us a lot of distress. So we want to start developing some prudent fiscal strategies to increase our financial health. And we'll post those every day. It's embedded into all of our organization and our cleaning strategies. So you're going to hear me talk a lot about saving money. So hopefully that will help you increase your net worth and also help you learn some strategies or develop some strategies to save money in the years to come so that you have a good, sound financial health. It's important, and we want to make sure that our whole life is being considered when we're really talking about transforming our life. So I think that's going to, our wardrobe. Of course, we create a rainbow closet and we begin to systematically wear each garment. Every day we wear a different garment and we assess that garment. Does it make us look and feel fabulous? If it doesn't, it goes. No point in keeping things in your life that don't make you feel happy. If it doesn't bring you joy, it's not doing anything for you, and you can donate it. You can purge it from your closet. Make room for clothing that makes you feel fabulous. The way we look and feel about ourselves tremendously affects our sense of well-being. So we want to enhance the way we look and feel. So we're going to start organizing our clothing by color, create a rainbow closet, and then we're just going to systematically start wearing our garments. You'll see in the videos, I'm wearing a different garment just about every day. And in the rainbow closet, you're going to find that you can really start to creatively organize your wardrobe into multiple outfits because it's so easy. Just try it. Trust me. This is going to work for you. I guarantee this one will work for you. Create your rainbow closet. I've posted some videos about that. You can also go to my YouTube channel at The Organizer Advisor, and you can find the rainbow closet. I demonstrate how to create it. I also demonstrate how it works for you. But if you start to organize your clothing by color, then you can start to systematically wear your garments. Once they're worn and you've decided this is a keeper, then you want to launder it, mend it, iron it, and put it back in the closet in ready-to-wear condition. This is going to help you when it comes time to getting ready in the morning, when you're trying to get ready in a hurry, especially if you have kids or grandkids. You're trying to get everybody ready. If your garments are ready to wear, there's no ironing needed. You don't have to take time. And we also like to prepare the garments that we're going to wear for the week so that we can accessorize and make sure that we have that total put together professional look so that it enhances the way we feel about ourselves. That first impression is important, and when you look and feel fabulous, you're confident, you're more eager to be outgoing, you're more energetic. These are all really positive things that we want to bring into our lives. We don't want to worry about, I can't wear this outfit because it needs ironing or it's lost a button. Those are barriers. Our whole goal in this process is to remove as many barriers to our happiness as possible. I think that about caps everything. I'm sorry it took a little more than a few minutes, but I just wanted to give you an overview and to let you know, I know this process works for you. Someone asked me once if I was going to monetize this, that I was going to sell it, develop it into something, and I'm really not, because it's not where my energy is. My energy is devoted to helping people who especially felt like I felt when I was totally overwhelmed, and I was absolutely hopeless about how I was going to fix all the stress in my life. In fact, what really prompted me to start to change was my stress level was so high it was impacting my health, and my doctor just basically said, you either control your stress or I'm going to control your stress. And I realized then it was out of control. If my doctor had to medicate me to control my stress, I needed to fix some things, and I needed to fix them for my health and for my family's well-being and for my own happiness. So I fixed them, and now I have the time to enjoy the things I enjoy in life. I have the time to spend with my loved ones. I have time to create. I had time to I had the resources to buy my little girl cottage and fix it up and renovate and be creative. And this is my happy place. I enjoy this place. It is everything I wanted it to be. It's like playing house big girl style. And I always wanted that. I have my own little house, and it's my private place, and I love it. So it brings me great joy, and that was what I chose to do with my time, my energy, and my resources once I started finding the joy in my life and reducing the stress and the frustration. So I'm going to sign off for now. Thank you so much for joining me. Watch our Facebook page every day for a new post to guide you along. Please let me know if you have questions or if something you need clarification. Private message me, but I will be happy to help you address any particular areas that you're struggling with for organization or cleaning and give you my best advice. I'm the Organizer Advisor, and I will see you as we start our journey. Happy New Year, and I hope that you create the new you in your new life. I'll see you next time.